SP2. If I start with an SP1, I just got to start with the SP1. With those 4 judgments, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get to the SP2. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's time for War 4 of the season. We've fallen a little behind, but we're going to catch up this week. Some quick fights. They're Cosmic Ghost Rider fights, so they are fast. But we're going to go through them and show a little bit of his versatility. You see here we have the steady build-up fury and long-distance relationship. Ultimately, I'm not that worried about the node there. He's going to do his damage. He's going to do it fast. And what we're going to show here is a little bit of his ability with the vigilance buff. So we're going to knock her down, right? So she can't be triggering her miss mechanic right now. You can see it. It's the gray passive-looking thing that's going down. And I'm going to watch that, and then we're going to end in a 5-hit combo here with the medium. So we now have vigilance, so she can't trigger her miss. It's up and it's active. She's triggered it. We're hitting right through it. No problem, no big deal. Now we've gotten to our 5 judgments, and so we're going to kind of reset it here. I believe we're going to throw our heavy to knock her down again. And that's something I really want to point out here is his damage is immense. Most of the time, it's like, who needs to do that much damage? And I think that's why he does have a lot of utility, that when we first looked at it, we didn't see it. We thought, oh, that's really for a short period of time, or that's off of the medium ender or something like that. But you really need a very short window of time for that utility, as seen by a fight like that right there. We're going to look at 2 more where it's just so short. So now we're moving on to, this is path 7 and section 2. This is a pretty tough path. So this is the power from Afar and Spite. Mojo, tough defender here, right? Power with him can get pretty difficult. I really am excited about how this went. This has kind of become a lane that I'm getting assigned to over and over, and it feels good. I like it. I enjoyed this lane. It's challenging. I went ahead and used an invulnerability boost. We're going to see that that was completely not necessary. You can see I am boosted there. I did want to use it just to make sure, just to be safe. At this point, this war was still pretty darn close. I've used my pre-fight ability, and then with this lane, or with this fight, really I'm just going to do the 3-hit combos. I'm going to get my temperature up there with the heavy, and then I'm going to go back and let myself just float forward. That will get rid of the power gain. You see it's going to go away there as we get closer. And then also leaving myself open is hopefully enticing Mojo to throw his special, which he just doesn't do. But right there, I didn't push him to the SP3. I'm hoping he doesn't throw it. That's fine. I'm then going to go and do the 5-hit combo for my SP2, which will stun him in case somehow that didn't kill him. It did, but you can see how it was an R3 Mojo against an R3 Torch. Big boosted there, and so the invulnerability was not even necessary, even with him not throwing a special. So, you know, you just back up, you let yourself kind of float forward. The power gain buff will go away. It's a little scary, but it will. And this one's cool. This one was my favorite one, mainly because I executed it properly. So we are coming up here, and it's this aspect evolution, kinetic transference. So ending the fight quickly can be really nice. I had a previous fight here with Archangel where I didn't end it fast enough. And I do think the aspect of evolution started to come into play. But basically, the real important thing to keep in mind here is this kinetic transference. So any blocked hits are going to be giving power here to Punisher 99. His SP1 does a lot of hits, and so that's why he's placed here. And you're going to see I'm actually going to intentionally take a hit here. It's going to be pretty cool, though. I think you're going to enjoy it. You see the power back boost on there. I knew I was going to be that's going to be part of cycling through and getting this fight over pretty quickly. And then I was going to be taking another fight here with Cosmic Ghost Rider where those were going to be important. So use my SP1 boost, and the idea here is to get to my SP2 and also the 5 judgments pretty quickly to get the power lock on him. So we've got the 5-hit combo there, and then I'm going to do the power gain, and then I intentionally take that. And the reason I did is because if I blocked that, that could push him all the way to his SP3. We've thrown our heavy, so we're at 4 judgments now. And then as soon as we throw that SP2, you see he is now power locked. And that's what I want to point out. He was gaining no power throughout that whole special. So he gained absolutely no power, which allows me to then go ahead and block this special. And then end that fight with an SP2 intercept. If he was not power locked, then he would have been gaining power throughout that. In which case, that next special of his might have been a real problem for me, potentially sending him red, throwing his SP3. Again, it's not for a long time. I think it's only 5 seconds, but he's power locked just long enough for the immense damage of Cosmic Ghost Rider to take effect and give him the opportunity to do all that damage and end the fight. It's a little bit different than what we're used to with utility, but because of how big his damage is, these small windows of that versatility, I think, are just enough. They're plenty. You can see it in a fight like that. That was a rank 3 Punisher 99. That can be a pretty tough fight. And then going into this one hurts. This one actually hurts. It's the first time I've gotten truly frustrated this season, even going up against a bugged Nick Fury there. So this is the Stun Reflection Polka Dot Power Stun Vulnerability. And I remember when I got it signed to me, they were like, well, just take it stun immune. You should be fine. I imagine I would have been fine over the course of 5 minutes. A little worried though, because I think Killmonger could really back me up there. And I thought about it and I was like, I think I can get to 2 bars of power with Cosmic Ghost Rider if I just trigger the judgments early, or the other judgments, and then do the power gain, right? So trigger, end in a 5-hit combo, launch my heavy, and potentially even take a hit, maybe rush into a heavy from Killmonger so it doesn't kill me, obviously, but I'll gain the armor up buff. So then if I have my 4th buff is the power gain, then I might get all the way to the SP2 if I start with an SP1. I just got to start with the SP1. With those 4 judgments, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get to the SP2, and then I can just cycle SP2s, and this fight's going to be over in an instant. So I just got to remember to put on my power back boost and my SP1. Just as long as I do that, this fight's going to be easy. I've taken Killmonger on so many nodes with Cosmic Ghost Rider since he came out. I know how to do that. I even removed dexterity. Just got to place that SP1 boost, that advanced power. Okay, so obviously I didn't do it, and I'm noticing I don't have a bar of power here. I'm trying to figure out, I must have placed the invulnerability. Okay, I'm going to play very aggressive, and I took a hit, and I'm taking damage, and I'm realizing I've just completely forgotten to do what I was supposed to do. I throw my heavy there, and from there on, I couldn't even figure out what had happened. I wasn't sure. I was very frustrated. I was very annoyed because you're about to see how well that plan works out. I'm frustrated. I'm annoyed. The war was clearly in our favor at this point. Normally, I would have taken some time to cool off, but I knew we had the war won. So, but check this out. So we're not supposed to be gaining any power here unless we apply the Incinerate debuff there, or a debuff. So we've triggered 2 judgments, triggered 2. And then I'm going to go ahead, and we almost get to that SP2. We get so close, and I thought about it, and I'm like, I'm not going to take the hit. I do want to get this down if I can. With the power back, though, you see how far we got, and then also because of the SP1 applying the Incinerate, we got power. So I'm thinking now I just got to trigger a couple of judgments here, and then I'm going to trigger my power gain. I think it's going to be right here. And this fight is now over. I would really have to mess it up. I try to mess it up there, but Cosmic Ghost Rider won't let me. Throw the SP2. You see the incredible damage there, and you see how much power we got back. I'm just frustrated. I'm annoyed. I don't recommend obviously ever doing that, but I did. So I tried to intercept with the SP2, and I actually thought I would kill him through his block. It didn't. And then I just go and finish it off. Like I said, I don't recommend forgetting your special 1 boost, your advanced power back boost, and I don't recommend just rushing into a fight annoyed like that. But I did want to show it to you. I did want to show it to you because if you get assigned that fight, you can see how easily Cosmic Ghost Rider can take it. It does take a lot of boosts. It does. I know. I think Omega Red can do that fight. I think it was J-Nick take it. But Cosmic Ghost Rider can take it, and he can take those other fights that are really difficult there on lane 7 in section 2, and then don't discount that miss, the anti-miss ability he's got there with the Vigilance. So let's go ahead and take a look at the PR before we end the video. All right, so we did end up winning the war. As you saw, I got a little annoyed, a little frustrated there, just in general, right? I think it's the first time I've really gotten upset this season. But I had I'm at 22 kills, 3 deaths. I think that's what annoyed me. It was just like, it wasn't like I even played poorly. I just forgot to put on the special 1 boost. I mean, it is just, what are you going to do, right? Fortunately, we won the war. It didn't matter. My solo rate did go down to 88%. Not pumped up on that at all. But in general, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this in general because my alliance is winning. I'm taking some tough fights. and I'm contributing, and we're in Masters. So my power rating, which is what this formula really ends up producing, my ranking in that did fall, as I've talked about, though. I'm not going to be overly concerned about that. I like I said, I also probably say this every video, I want all my alliance to go deathless every single war. So if I end up with the 30th best power rating in the alliance, and it's because they all went deathless and we won all our wars, I'm a happy man, right? So I'm just going to be concerned about really solo rate, and then my TDR, right? So the TDR is like how tough your fights basically are per fight, and mine has actually gone up. You can see this is the highest rating I've had since 2 seasons ago there. So in 4 seasons, this is my second highest so far, which feels good. I haven't even taken any boss nodes this season, and then that season I had taken 2. So if I'm taking some relatively tough fights and I have some deaths here and there, again, it's not really going to phase me. It's not. I'm going to continue to try to get better at them, of course, and I feel good. So pumped up on this, was excited to show some Cosmic Ghost Rider, not just killing Killmonger on the boss node, and him taking a couple different fights, especially that one on lane 7 with the kinetic transference on that. That's a tough one and really fun. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow on Twitter at Vega Gaming 583. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.